What's up, everybody? This is NealReal, and this is the father you didn't have. Wisdom from an elder about relationships and happiness in life. Like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get right into this topic. This is for the ladies. 10 reasons why the man you like doesn't approach you. All right? So you're attracted to this guy, you see him often, but he doesn't speak to you. Why is he not approaching me? So I'm gonna give you 10 reasons. I'm gonna tell you what you could do to probably get him to talk to you. All right. Number 1 is you are not his preference. Number 2, you are not highlighted. I'm gonna break these down in a minute. Number 3, he's in a monogamous relationship. Number 4, he fears rejection. Number 5, he's distracted by work. Number 6, he's a homosexual. Number 7, he's sexually repressed. Number 8, his group disallows foreign women or outside women. Number 9, he's taking a break from relationships. Number 10, he fears the repercussions of dating you or being in a relationship with you. All right, let's break each one down. You are not his preference. I talked about why we are attracted to people and, the reasons for it. And so simply put, he ain't feeling you because, you're not his type. Simple as that. And I've seen women they act like, well, why he ain't talking to me? And I'm fine. Well, I know you think you fine, and that's fine. It's great to have high self-esteem and to love yourself, but everybody don't prefer your look. And that's okay. There will be a man that will prefer your look. You just got to chalk that one up and say he's not with it. But that's one of the reasons, okay? It's funny how some women don't think that. They think they're universally attractive, that every man is supposed to find him attractive. And I'm sure that men will say she's visually appealing, but you may not be his type. Okay? And I've come across white women like this. They think all black men are into white women, and we're not. We got preferences for white women. You might be a white woman, but as a man, you're not my preferred white woman. I like a white woman with some curves, maybe, a certain hair type. Maybe I don't like white women with blonde hair. You don't know. And so you just got to keep that in mind that maybe I'm not his preference. Don't get upset, though. I've seen women get upset. Like, why is he not doing this? And, and it's like, man. So that's the first one. Number 2, you are not highlighted. What do I mean by that? Your hair, your clothing doesn't make you stand out for him to even see you. You kind of blending in with the rest of the women. You see, for whatever reason, you just don't stand out. So he may prefer you, but because the way you're dressed, you're just not standing out. And so it's important to go talk to somebody. Hopefully you got a friendship base where you can say, hey, how do I look? Is this appealing? And see if are you appealing? Are you coming out in your best look? Because if not, then yeah, he's not going to be able to see you. Number 3 is he's in a monogamous relationship. This has happened to me. Women why is he not? Or she's showing frustration after I don't speak or respond to flirting and stuff like that. She don't notice the ring on my finger. He's not going to talk to you if he's in a monogamous relationship because he made a commitment to only be with the woman that he's with, and he's not going to step out on her. Simple as that's what's happening. Okay. Number 4, he fears rejection. Now, some men have been harshly rejected by women to the point that it was traumatizing. Okay. A lot of men have dealt with this. Women have turned around and looked at him up and down like he was a piece of trash and said some of the vilest things to him. And so now it's hard for him to approach a woman because the fear of that. It's very painful to be rejected by the opposite sex. You're going to the opposite sex to meet your needs. You want to have sex, you want affection from her, admiration, connection, attention, and to have your needs rejected and then told that you're trash or you ain't shit, and some kind of fucked up ass response from a woman is very, very painful, and the body does not want to experience that again. The mind doesn't want to experience that again. So he may find you attractive, but the fear of rejection is keeping him from moving towards you to actually, say something, because his mind the subconscious has been pierced by trauma. All right. Number 5, he's distracted by work. Hopefully I mentioned this when I went down the list, but I think I did. So this is the thing that's happened with me. And this is what women need to understand about men, that when we're focused on our mission, when we got stuff we thinking about and doing, I can see a beautiful woman right in front of me, but because I'm thinking about something else that's more important, I can't see her. I scanned her up and down. I saw it, but I'm too focused on work. I'm thinking about a problem I'm trying to solve. And it's just like that. We don't think like women. Like women, I would say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, women think more about men in sex than men think about women in sex. Like we don't have most of our brain on projects, things that we're trying to build, problems we're trying to solve, visions of greatness, all kind of stuff. But a woman sitting about talking about a man. You see that man over there, girl? He this and he that. It's more on the man. Women tend to focus on men, while men tend to focus on their mission and goals. All right. So he could have just been distracted by, he came to the grocery store getting his items. He focused on getting his stuff and getting out. You was in his face, flinging your hair, bending down in front of him, but he's like, he too focused. He just got out the gym. He got his headphones on. He listening to his music. He ain't thinking about you. And that's okay. I'm gonna tell you how to fix that if you want to get in his face. Okay. Now, so that's a real thing. Don't be offended. Don't think that even if you have a conversation with him, he may be thinking about that problem he's trying to solve. So he's not realizing that, wait a minute, this woman's trying to talk to me and establish some type of connection. And that's how it is. Men are distracted by what they got to do. All right. Number 6 is he's a homosexual. All right. The only way you would know is if you ask around, and perhaps he's a part of a network of people, and you can figure that out or something. Or sometimes you can't, but that's a real thing. He's not into women like that. So, Number 7, he's sexually repressed. Now, this comes from religion in most cases. I was a victim of this. And so while I can see attractive women who were showing me attraction, because of sexual repression, it shames you and stops you in your tracks. So it's a subconscious program that begins to run that prevents you from engaging with a woman. And so even though this is based around sex starts way before intercourse and foreplay. It's the flirting. It's the meeting the two people and getting close to each other and talking to each other and making eye contact. That's sex. And so if the man is programmed to despise sex or to not do it before marriage, or like most men, even if they're free from that, they still may have programs running from religion in their brain. They won't be able to approach you properly. They may even avoid you in some cases. And it's like, man, why is this man not? And I can see that he looks at me often, so he's showing it, but he's not making a move. That could be the reason. And that's the same with the rejection. Like, a lot of women can see the man is attracted, but why won't he make a move? These are the reasons. Number 8, his group disallows outside women. So he's a part of a religion. He's a part of a fraternity. He's a part of a family that don't like certain women. It's a social class thing. And he can tell that you are a certain race, or he can tell that you're from a certain family or group. And he says he already know he can't talk to you. A rival tribe or something. You're different. He knows that, and he can't talk to you. But another woman in the same tribe or the same church or the same religion, he could probably talk to, but you're outside of that. All of this stuff is like not about you. It's about him. And a lot of women take this stuff, these rejections, or the fact that the man is not talking to him, like as if it's personal, like it's not about you. But anyway, number 10 is the fear of repercussions if he does date you. So a man can be attracted to a woman, but know that because of her position, she has a lot of power over him. let's say she's the manager, CEO of a company. She's making googly eyes at him and, trying to get his attention. But if I get in a relationship like that, she could fire me. She could fuck my money up. And let's say she's a white woman and he's a black man. There's a lot of danger in that, because she could flip it up and say that it was something else. If the relationship doesn't go her way, other males who are white could try to harm the black man, or they may feel jealous or envious for him dealing with that particular white woman because of her beauty. There's some rules out there, unspoken, that black people understand, black men in particular, that certain white women you really shouldn't be fucking with because of the danger and the repercussions of that relationship. So he may just, out of fear of that, like, man, I ain't gonna even go that far with her. I'm not gonna even talk to her, even though he just finds her very attractive. So, you could do about that, I mean, you could kind of assure the man, hey, I'm not like that or whatever. But if you don't know what it is. And so these are some of the things that I hope that you got game as a woman to understand what's going on in the head of a mind. Most of these have nothing to do with you. I would say only 2, 3. I just missed one. Number 9, he's taking a break from relationships. All right, so he just got out of a relationship. He don't want to deal with a woman right now. He literally doesn't want to be talking on the phone with a woman. Maybe sex, but maybe he already has that taken care of. He got a fuck buddy or something, but he just ain't trying to deal with a woman right now. And so he's not moving because it's like, I just got out of a relationship. I don't want to be around any kind of feminine energy, and that's just where he's at. I'm giving it to you from a male perspective. This is what's going through our heads when we see a woman but don't say nothing to her. So what can you do? All right, so it's only 5 things you can do here, and I'm gonna just go down the list here. So number 1 is accept that not every man prefers your look. All right, that way you don't feel like it's this hard rejection, like you the most beautiful thing on the planet, and he should want you. Like, everybody has preferences, so just accept that. If he ain't moving, you can say that. Maybe he don't prefer me. Accept that you can't change a man. Some women have pursued men who are homosexual, kind of knowing that they were homosexual. You knew he was homosexual. You can't change him. He's in a monogamous relationship. You can't change that. He's sexually repressed. You can't really fix that. His group disallows women, certain women like you, because you're in a different tribe or you're in a different social class. Ain't nothing you can do about that. If he's taking a break from a relationship, ain't nothing you can do about that. If you're a white woman and he's black and he don't want to deal with all that race shit, ain't nothing you can do about that. Because it's up to him. He manages his relationship. So it's not like you going to go up in there and convince him that, I'm not racist white woman and I'm not going to harm you if things go south, Or let's say she's the CEO of a company. You can't just say, well, it's going to be cool if we don't work out. Because women change. Their emotions change. So I can't believe that as a man, that you're going to be cool if we break up and still work together and be fine. Like, no. So you have to accept that. You cannot change the man, and these may be some of his reasons, and you just have to let that guy go. He ain't it for you. The third thing you can do is be respectful. Continue to be respectful if you don't get the outcome that you want from the man, meaning that he exchanges numbers with you and engages you in a relationship. Just still be respectful. I've seen women turn their backs on the man, don't give a man no attention when he says how you're doing today, just out of simple greetings and courtesy. She rejects that. She won't answer, and she ignores him like as if he did something wrong to her. And so she's taking that rejection personally, and it's that kind of behavior just makes a woman look worse. It shows the man that, hey, even if I was gonna get with her, look what I would have to deal with. So be respectful. Another thing you can do here is make yourself attractive. This is going to the second one here where he talked about being highlighted. So, just get yourself in shape. If a body issue, just, fix your hair up. Wear something that's a little bit more revealing, form-fitting, and you'll get noticed. And then he may approach you. But of course, there's so many other reasons why a man wouldn't. And then finally, you can make the first step and compliment him. when a man hears compliments from a woman, he perks up. So if he's distracted at work, you can interject something about what he's wearing, his beard, his hair, his eyes, his cologne, whatever, something. Compliment the man. That will spark him. That will get his attention. Let's say you ain't that highlighted woman. You ain't got it together. But if you can get in his face and compliment him, because most guys don't get complimented, at least in American culture. That's a spark for us. Like that'll make a man's day. Unfortunately, we're so malnutritioned when it comes to affection and admiration from a woman in American culture that goes a long way. Even maxim players that are attractive and handsome get very little verbal, I would say, affection and admiration. Women are not saying really nice stuff to them. They don't have that old game. Older women have been able to get me to see them simply by saying stuff like, I like your beard. That's a nice beard. You handsome, or stuff like that will get the man's attention. You'll begin to look better than any other woman because most women don't really compliment a man. They don't. I had women try to get my attention. There's a chick at the library. She wasn't my type, but she kept trying to get my attention. She would walk by me and then graze her hand across the table as she walked by. She worked at the library. She's one of the librarians. And just slide her hand in a seductive way across the table while, smelling perfume. I just wasn't feeling her because she was overweight and she just wasn't my type. I like BB Dubs, but she wasn't the type that I like. So I didn't say nothing to her. And I think, she never was mean to me, for that. And I appreciate that. But there's been women who have spoken to me, tried to generate a conversation. They did not integrate any kind of compliments. I can see that she's trying to generate a conversation beyond just the hi and bye and check out at a grocery store or something like that. But she ain't got no game. And I'm still distracted because I'm focusing on what I got to do. And I'm giving her one word answers because I'm not thinking about whether or not this woman is interested in me, because her conversation is not flirty. It doesn't include any compliments or anything like that. So I'm gonna think it's a regular conversation where she's just doing her due diligence as a store employee to make sure I got everything I need or whatever, when it's really more than that. She's trying to generate something, but her game is whack. Ladies, compliment men, okay? That's all I got for you. Hopefully this has been helpful to you as a woman who struggles with why a man would not approach you, and hopefully that's been helpful. Thanks for listening to the end. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can email me at neal@nealreal.com. You can also go to my website, NealReal.com. I encourage you to check out NealReal.com. That's NealReal.com. Or you can email me at neal@nealreal.com. Have a blessed day.